Don't cry on YouTube. Hello chip dippers and welcome to Retro Recipes as I emerge out of the blueness into the ever-growing Retro Recipes kitchen. And you may have noticed that we are feeling rather festive here today. It is of course that time of year, and I hope that you're having very happy holidays, however you celebrate. And it is invariably at this time of year that thoughts sort of turn to family and to home. And it's been an interesting year for me. As some of you may know, my mother sadly passed away a few months ago. And with my father having passed away 4 years ago now, I've certainly been thinking a lot about how I grew up and where I grew up and the computers that now surround me that I grew up with in that house. You might have actually seen the recent video I did called The Places Our Computers Lived, where I recreated some of my childhood bedroom setups using CGI. Computers including the Atari ST that I owned and the Amstrad PCW that of course my father owned in his home office. That does remind me, I should turn that off because I do get comments from people of a younger generation, under about 30, who say that it emits a high-pitched whine they find rather unpleasant. Hope that's better for you. But speaking of age, as I think about computers like the Amiga 500 that I had as a teenager and sold around 1994, I think, so quite recently then, those memories are actually quite vivid still and quite fresh. But as we go back in time to computers like the Commodore 64, the Atari 400, and finally the good old Apple IIe, which is the first computer we ever bought, those memories become almost primordial. I don't know if that makes any sense, but when I think back to them, it's almost as though I'm accessing those memories through a sort of hypnotic past life regression. Hello, do you remember what you were in a past life? Wasn't expecting that. But some of those early memories include going to Simmons McGee Computers back in Twickenham, West London, buying these magical things for the first time, like this Apple IIe joystick. I think the second game we ever bought was Crush, Crumble and Chomp, the movie monster game. But I think the first game we ever bought was Bandits. And it was apparently so important to me that I even wrote about it in this essay called My Hobbies when I was about 10, where I explained that you have to shoot down attacking bandits who tried to steal your fruits. It's not even a really very well-known game. I don't even remember much about it or if it's any good. It's taken me years to actually find a copy though. But I have found one, and I'd love to invite you to stick around and join me for the adventure of unlocking those memories as I replay Bandits for the first time in nearly 40 years. If the disc actually works. Welcome to Retro Recipes. Oh yes, here it is, Bandits. And there is a bit of a backstory to how I ended up getting this. I mentioned I'd been looking for it for years, and I actually could only ever find this disc. It just said demo version. It actually seemed like there were more press, PR, marketing versions of this floating around than were actually sold. I don't know if that's true. You might have a different experience. Maybe to you, Bandits is very well known and very famous. However, I did finally find this copy on Fleabay. Here I am buying it, and 2-year protection plan. That's very generous for a 40-year-old game. I think I'll go for that. And this is what arrived. Now this fruit that you see on the cover is heart-stoppingly nostalgic to me. Again, I don't know if that makes sense, but those little memories of those little fruits are so etched in the very back of my lizard brain memories that it is just dumbfounding. When you pull them out, it's almost like pulling a a tree out and other things come out with the roots. Just the little flashbacks and unlocked memories. If you have a similar experience, I'd love to know what it is for you that does that for you. Let me know in the comments down there. But yeah, let's take a look at this. It is made by Serious Software, and there is quite a serious story behind that. Sorry, but Serious Software actually went bust when they owed $18 million to, I think it was 20th Century Fox, for unpaid royalties. So that was the end of Serious, but before that, they released many games, including this one. And it says, your job is simple enough. Just guard the supplies on the lunar supply base. Sounds easy, huh? Or wake up and have some coffee, partner. Too American? The name of this game is Bandits, remember? Surely you don't think, I'm British again, surely you don't think you're going to stand around and scare off an occasional shoplifter? No, I do, and don't call me Shirley. You see, every criminal in space is after your supplies, and each has a uniquely devious method of trying to get them. The torrents, apparently they predicted BitTorrent. The torrents use napalm bombs to blow you away. And then there are the carriers that'll drag bouncing nuisance. Oh, that's unlocked another memory. Nuisance with a TS. On you in an effort to send you to an early retirement. Your score by blasting these greedy galactic pickpockets into cosmic dust. Oh, you score by blasting them into dust. The more of them you blast, the higher your score, but the quicker the bandits attack. Get ready for some non-stop. Help if I could talk properly. For some non-stop action, written in assembly language. Oh, that's just the specifications. Written in assembly language. Requires an Apple II or II Plus computer with 48K, so this was probably released before the 2E was actually released. So that's interesting. That dates it to 1981, 2, and 1 Apple disk drive. Luckily got one here. It says that it's compatible with the Serious Joy port.
You cannot be serious!
I am going to be trying my Apple IIe joystick. It's called the Joystick 2E. It looks like it belonged to a school before I acquired it on Fleabay as well, with a generous protection plan. Unlike the Atari, it's completely incompatible, partly because this is actually an analog joystick. So it doesn't just send up, down, left, right, it sends all the coordinates. Kind of like the Commodore 64 paddle. And you can see on the back there, these little things you can adjust. They change the reach of the joystick, so you can make it actually only travel very slightly. And the other ones change or calibrate the actual coordinates that we were talking about. We'll be trying that. If not, if it doesn't work, because I haven't tested it yet, we'll be using keyboard.
Or should I say, Fleaboard.
And here are some of those other games, including Space Eggs and Fly Wars. So they were known for doing somewhat different games. And it says here that the Joy port allows expansion of the Apple Game Paddle port to support 4 Apple paddles or 2 Atari-type joysticks. Interesting. You may be wondering why I'm using this different monitor, having recently acquired one that was more like the one I had as a kid. It broke. It's now faulty.
I'm gonna give you a damn good thrashing!
So that would need a separate repair video. So I put the good old Commodore 1084S here because it has a green button, which will make this simulate the green display that my Apple monitor had. We might look at it in color, but I want to experience it in green, as I did as a kiddie wink. Also, I must mention PCBWay, who are sponsoring this video, and they make great quality PCBs starting at just $5. Maybe you can make your own Serious Joy port using one of their PCBs, because as we all know, PCB stands for Perifractics Childhood Bandits, doesn't it? To begin, boot the Bandits diskette in Drive 1 as normal. I'm going to wait. Bandits will default to keyboard mode. Use space to fire, left and right arrow keys to move, and S to activate shields. Actually, 2 or 3 of these little icons here, again, give me heart-palpitating nostalgia. Yeah, it takes me back there. I can remember where I was sitting in my dad's office at home when I booted this up, and I remember reading this exact manual at the time and preparing myself for the game. Because it's such an exciting thing when you get the game for the first time, when you get your first game for the first time. That pure excitement of like, I'm an astronaut, this is my mission. Bandits has 28 levels of play. Strap in, guys. That's interesting. The diskette, when booted, will do a quick test of itself and your Apple. This ensures the load of the game is exact, and it's going to test for drive alignment, bad RAM, or bad diskette. Fingers crossed, guys. We've placed a duplicate of the game on the back side of the disc in case the front side is damaged. It's very nice. If not, we have that 2-year warranty. Enough talk, huh? Let's get on with this. Someone's written on here the keys. Very handy. Fingers crossed. I don't want to cry. Don't cry on YouTube. 1982. I remember that little truck thing. Some smush on. Oh, I remember that too. The little thing eating the apple. I'm just going to watch this for a moment. There's the carrier. There's something about the little shine dots on that I remember as well. Now it's loading from disk. I don't know that I even want to watch the demo. I'm just going to try playing. I'm going to try with the keyboard first, just in case the joystick doesn't work. Yeah, here we go. Oh, that mothership. Gosh. It's a hell of a sprite, isn't it? Don't remember the sound effect. That's how you die. You can double tap to keep moving. There's something about the fruits that made me think of one-armed bandits as a kid. I think that may be why I was attracted to it, because I'd always go to amusement arcades with my mum and dad. My mum loved the little one where the coins hang over the edge. We'd always play that together. Even though it was a scam, I know. You were paying for the entertainment value. So let's try Control P for joystick. Oh, it's working. Is it working? Fire's not working. That's a shame, isn't it? That would have been a lot easier. Oh, my shield! Forgot about that. Okay, we're going to abandon the joystick. There we go. And remember, I can press S for shield. Yeah. He stole my fruit! The reason I think it's, apart from it being the first game I played, the reason it's stuck in there is because it was weird. You got a minute?
Yeah, I've got some time.
Thought that was oregano.
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 Do you remember what the first video game is that you ever bought?
It was probably Super Mario Brothers, the one with the duck hunt.
Careful how you say that. Do you like to hunt ducks? Good girl. Who's a good little boy? Oh yes. Good girl. Thank you for your time. Oh, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
There you have it. I don't need any herbs.
Herbs.
Herbs. It's got a bloody H in it.
How dare you?
It's time for a serious run now. Here we go.
You can't be serious, man.
Still can't believe the disc actually worked. Yeah. How dare you? How dare you take my tomatoes? Lost another tomato. Nice. They can't steal my tomatoes, Puppyfractic. Yeah. When they're getting away, you can still get the fruit back. Damn it. They were trying to steal my tomatoes. Tomatoes, you're an American dog, sorry. Oh, she kissed me better. That's my Santa hat. It's like your toys, isn't it? You can chew it. Yeah. Okay. You can't take my grapes. Come on, you can do this. Okay, we're getting the hang of this now. Oh, 5 oranges, tomatoes. What are? Should we try it in colour? Let's try it in colour. Ooh, okay. I just upgraded all my nostalgic memories to colour. So they're blue. What are they, blueberries? Oh gosh, I remember this guy. Got away with my blueberry. Oh, this is more fun in colour. That is hugely nostalgic. I bet it's even more so if I put it green. Maybe I remember this guy because he's the highest point score. If you kill him, it's 200 points. Oh, that little thing was the menace, not the nuisance. Same thing. Oh, that's right, they dropped their napalm. I don't want to die because this is so nostalgic. Oh. It's killing my nostalgia, but in a weirdly good way. See, some things of this I have no memory of, and then other things are right, like if they're right there, and I'm pulling them through the front. My eyes, in effect, are pulling them out from the back. TMI, really, isn't it? That's why nostalgia is such an inexplicable thing. You just can't put your finger on it, literally. Yeah. Let's go back to colour. Remember that clicking too? I think I would do that with my head. You don't steal my oranges, mate. Static. There's the menace, Phantom Menace. See, he's distracting me from my blueberries. Yeah. These things in colour. There's no way. How do you escape that? This is impossible.
That is why you fail.
Now, we actually tried to upgrade to colour. We tried to upgrade our TV to work with the Apple, and that is the one and only time I've been electrocuted badly. 12 years old. Oh, remember that day. Needless to say, it didn't work. Okay. 4 grapes.
Yeah, he's a fighting great!
Interesting. Killing them before they come out. Yeah. Could I have found a glitch or a hack here? Don't bounce all the way over here, please. Thank you. So if I get them while they're over there, and then I go over here, they can't bounce far enough. That's the little trick there. Oh, I hit shield. I had no shields. Bloody carriers. Get in the hang of it. Get in the hang of it. Oh, what is this? Never seen this before. Oh, they've got all my lemons. How dare they? Those bombs, jeez. Good game. I'm out of shields. Damn it. He didn't even get my lemon. Yes. With no shields, no chance. Oh gosh. No way. Damn it. Yes. I think it's safe to say I am the best person in the entire world playing this right now. What are those? Eggplants? Aubergines? Oh man, this game is laying it on thick. Menace and a sneaky thing. And I'm dead. This is tough. I have no memory of how long I played this for, how many times I tried to play it. Well, 28 levels. I think we got to maybe 5. I'm going to need a few days of this. I think what I'll do is save you the excruciating pain of watching me continually die. And I'll do a little update on social media and my Patreon and YouTube community if and when I finish the game, and I'll post that moment. But how do I feel now that I've played Bandits again? I love the fact that I was able to share it with you guys, because I know you guys get nostalgia. I would much rather have shared it with you than sitting alone in my bedroom or museum or whatever it is, just playing it on my own. It's lovely to be able to express how you feel about something so special that not many people understand, but in our little niche community, pretty much everyone understands. They understand how that little truck tootling away like that is locked away in the furthest reaches of my brain. All thanks, of course, to the hippocampus. I won't lie, I wanted to love the game, and it is a little frustrating. It's probably a bit too hard. If I was writing a review for it today, I would say that it's addictive, but frustratingly addictive. But it reminds me of a piece of art I saw. I've never been able to find the photo of this piece of art, but she had taken a mold of like an old-fashioned light switch, and every single casting had a little glitch in it, like an air bubble or something. She called it nostalgia. What I took away from that was no matter how much you try to recreate the good old days and bring them back as if they were actually happening now, you can never quite create it the same. But how wonderful, thanks to you guys, that we get to at least talk about it and do our best attempt at remoulding the past. As always, I want to thank you for watching me replay this first game I ever bought. I kind of want to play it again now, but I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and support below, and cheerio. Alright, just one more game. Got all my tomatoes. Thank you, Sirius.